how are the Wheel Angel wheelset compared to other wheels that you've tried? I think you've only tried the Alu wheels, right?
So far, this was the best wheelset that I ever tried.
Okay. Welcome back to another video, guys. Today I am here with Alexander and a Canyon Ultimate CFSL8 2020 year model. This is with a Wheel Angels wheelset. We will ask you more about this, and then an Ultegra group set. Alex, thank you so much for coming to my channel.
Yeah, thank you.
Could you please introduce yourself and tell us more about your bike?
Yeah, I'm Alexander. So I have been cycling like 3 years plus. So started cycling at PCN Cyclist, right? So eventually then upgraded to the first, this is my first road bike actually. So this is a Canyon Ultimate CFSL8.
So when did you started cycling again?
I think it's around June 2019.
Oh, okay. So from PCN Cyclist to a road cyclist?
Yeah, so eventually it's like every day, every morning, early morning, 5 a.m. I cycling in the PCN park. So it's got a lot of funny experience, like a wild boar chasing me or wild. So I'm actually started to ride my mountain bike. So I bought a mountain bike from Decathlon. About, I think that time I bought about 600 plus. So yeah, I started with the mountain bike because I'm a big guy, so basically I just want to lose some weight. So eventually I get addicted because to be honest, cycle on the PCN park, right? Sometimes you get very bored and a lot of crowd. So you got to stop here and there, so not so smooth. So I very envy like those road cyclists because they can just all the way
go
cycling.
very fast.
Yeah. So eventually, then I started to survey on my first. I want to purchase my first road bike, so I started to go to like Tay Junction, and okay, I'm a big fan of Bianchi, so I also went to BYX. But obviously, that time I think I'm not ready to spend that kind of money yet. So eventually, I went to a Canyon website. So there's a stock there. So I just click in and ordered. So the stock initially is like maybe January 2020 they will send to me, but they actually send it early, like December before the Christmas. So it's early Christmas present for me.
So this was before COVID when you bought the bike?
No, this was after the COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So because I think after COVID, because 2019 is the starting. So after I rode on the mountain bike, then eventually because I started to lose weight already. So actually this bike got the weight constraints. I think can hold up to 110 kg.
Okay.
So yeah, so I got no choice. I got to lose more weight to ride this bike, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so when the Canyon sent me the box and I assemble like maybe just a simple one, like wheel set and the headset. So I just assembled and I started to ride this bike. I feel quite different because from a mountain bike to a road bike is very different transition, to be honest. But I'm getting used to it and I get it. I mean like having more fun on road cycling. So eventually I started with a flat pedal because I worry I will like fall down or anything. So I start with a flat pedal, maybe like 3 months. Then after I changed to the click pedal. Yeah.
So more on backtrack a little bit.
Yeah.
So when you first started cycling, what was the budget in mind, or were there something that you were looking out, like you wanted 105 group set, or you wanted a carbon frame? What was on your mind when you were buying?
So at the start of I was looking hunt for my first road bike. Actually, I have in mind like maybe my. Okay, it depends on the group set and the material of the frames and the wheel, obviously. But actually, I just budget like maybe 5K. Yeah. But I actually saw like some of the brand, they actually come with like 105, also sell about 3.9K or 4.
Right.
So eventually, I went back to the Canyon and I do some calculation. I still think Canyon is a good buy, and it come with everything. And originally, it come with a DT Swiss P1800 aluminium wheel set. So that wheel set, no complaints. The Freehub sound is perfect, but it's just aluminium. Yeah, so
Right.
yeah.
Okay, so more on the Canyon buying process. I know if you guys have watched my other videos, people have been explaining about the buying process. How do you buy a Canyon bicycle? Because they don't have retail stores here.
Okay.
And what are the additional costs that you have to incur, and how does the bike arrive in your home?
Okay, so the process is actually you went to the Canyon.com, then actually you selected all those the bike models that you wanted to buy. So you click in and you just started, because actually you need to input in-steam length and your height. So once you input and created an account in the Canyon website, then you will they will actually recommend you which size are you suit in, which model. Like for example, for Ultimate, I'm riding like M size, so it's their recommendation. So in fact, their recommendation is very, very good, because I think it's very, very comfortable, right? So after you choosing your size, obviously you got to see whether it got stock or not, because always out of stock, to be honest. Until now also no stock. So after, if you're lucky, then you got a stock, then you just click in, then you just lock in the payment, right? Then I think they will prompt you, like send you an email and update you on the delivery and the process sort of. So when the thing arrives, before arriving, they will send you an email to confirm that when they will send you. Roughly like, maybe like let's say they say, oh, today, between what time to what time, right? So after they confirm, the courier guy will call you up and say, okay, I will deliver to you. Make sure you're at home. Because why? You need to pay a GST on the spot. So it's 7% on top of your prices.
So Canyon will pay the GST first?
No, we will pay.
Okay.
Yeah, so buyer will pay the GST.
Okay.
So Canyon won't bear anything. They just set out, pack and send to you. So we got to bear the GST, and on the spot you got to pay. Like let's say you buy a 10,000 bike, you got to times 7%, right. 700 roughly like that. Yeah.
What about shipping costs?
Shipping cost is about 319 plus the carrier, the box, it's about 29.90.
Okay.
So total out, I think, wow, the shipping plus the box plus the GST almost like 1K plus.
Okay. Sorry, how much is the bike again when you bought it?
So the bike is cost about, I think it's 368, 3.68.
So plus another $1,000, about
about 4,000 plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when it arrives in your house, it's in a cardboard box. Is it already partially assembled, or how is it?
Okay, so the bike arrived at my house in a card box, in a proper box. Then with all the they actually box it very, very nicely with all the protection. So actually, the only thing we need to assemble is the headset and the front wheel. The back wheel and the group set all assemble.
Oh, okay.
So you just pop in your front wheel and the headset. Of course, they got to give you, they actually come with a box of tools. Got the torque and everything, got the Newton meter.
Oh, they give it a torque wrench also?
Yeah,
Wow.
they just give it like a bundle. So you can use that and you just following all the Newton meter there at the side, then you just do it. So at the seat post as well, the seat post you have to install it.
Yep.
And they even, very nice thing is they even come with a carbon paste for you to assemble. So you got to do it like nicely.
They give you one tube, or it's just like a small?
No, I just small like a McDonald's sauce kind of thing. Yeah. So it's actually very nice, very caring, I would say. Like normally they don't care about you, you just go and buy. But they come with a carbon paste, so you can just use it for assembly.
Yeah.
So yeah, so pedal doesn't come with it lah. So obviously you got to add in by yourself. Yeah.
One other question I have is, what is the warranty process, or how long is the warranty?
The warranty from Canyon, the frame itself is 6 years. So crash replacement. So I saw like, previously got one guy, like I think the fork is, I don't know where he went through the staircase or whatever. Then the whole fork I think is broken lah. So they actually send a replacement for him. So the whole bike, the frame is 6 years warranty.
Okay. So you just ship it back to Germany and then?
Yeah, so you got to talk to them like chat services. You just type to them and say, oh, this is the thing. They will guide you through step by step. Yeah.
Next question is, what is this frame size and what was your height?
My height is 179, in steam about 90 cm. So this frame size is M size.
Okay, which was generated or calculated for you from the website, right?
Yeah.
Is this the right size? Do you go for bike fit?
I didn't. Okay, I do my bike fit myself because I got a trainer at home. I got the Garmin trainer, Tex trainer.
Oh, is it like the Wahoo Kicker bike?
Yeah, but another type is my trainer is Tex Neo 2T, the Garmin one.
So it's
triangle.
like a complete bike, is it?
No, it's not a complete bike. It's actually the trainer.
Oh, it's the
I
trainer.
fit this bike into the trainer.
Got it.
So I fit this bike. Then I do my own bike fitting. I do it myself.
How do you know how to fit your own self?
Okay,
YouTube.
basically no. I think the main point is actually comfortable. When you, because I also like drift a lot doing drift a lot. So you know which side, when you like climbing or whatever, right? You know which part not comfortable. Then for example, that seat post, if let's say you want to get a more comfortable, I mean depend on everyone. But my one is I push towards the end, you see.
Is it because then the bike is too small for you?
I would say like not too small. Actually, I think it's just nice. Because if I bought like L size, I think too long.
Oh, the reach.
The reach too long, then I can't really feel. I think this size is okay. I think more comfortable for me. But my friend told me maybe too big for me, so I should get a S size. I mean different kind of view but depending on each person. But to me, I think this bike okay, comfortable.
Sorry, so coming back, when you bought the bike, right, do you get to choose the handlebar width and the stem length?
I don't think so, because they come with a standard length and width.
Okay.
So I even complain to them like the handlebar, the cockpit is too narrow for me. So they say it's like come with the set. So if you want, you can just purchase optional.
Separate.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't do it. I didn't do it because it cost me another $300. Shipping cost is very expensive.
Yeah. Before we go to the wheels, what is the current weight of the bike like this?
The current weight of the bike is about, I think, if not wrong, is about, because the seat post is not carbon, it's aluminium, because I changed it. So I think the bike itself is about 7.8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you buy an Ultimate? Why not an Aeroad?
Aeroad, obviously the price is slightly higher to be honest. And by that time I'm not ready into this kind of investment yet. But Ultimate, I think is I do some research online and it says like it's a good for climbing. I'm a fan of climbing. Yeah.
Okay.
So I bought this bike because I also want to climb a lot of like slope and all that.
Yeah.
So eventually I would think that this bike is also like combination of climbing and maybe speed.
So would you say this bike is good? I mean, just as good as for climbs and flats?
Flat not so, because I think the flat, if you really like put in the effort to pedal, right, I think the speed is still not really pick up so much. But for climbing, I think okay. It's quite comfortable.
So the only changes that you made to the bike was the wheel set and the seat post, is it? Anything else that you
The
changed?
saddle, seat post, and the wheel set.
What saddle do you come with?
The saddle come with is Sally Italia, the SLR boost.
Okay, this one is a Physic Argo, right?
Yeah.
Why do you choose this one?
Because the Sally Italia, right, is very small. Okay, my butt is very big.
Okay.
So okay, obviously I would say the Sally Italia also very comfortable. Although it's small, it's very comfortable. Even you ride like more than 150 km, no issue. Your butt is still okay. But I changed to this because I think this one, I think I read online, is more comfortable.
Is it okay for you?
Yeah, I think it's okay. So far, so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why did you change the seat post?
The seat post, because, okay, previously I was like very heavy. I was very heavy. So there's a weight limit on the seat post, common seat post. So that's why I decided to change. I don't want to break the seat post actually.
Will it break? I don't think it will, right? It's quite
I'm
strong.
not sure, but I don't want to risk it.
Okay.
I still keep the seat post in my storeroom.
Yeah. Okay, so then this is a mechanical Ultegra, nothing much to talk about. Okay, wheels. What is the reason for this, and what wheels are these?
Okay, this wheel is a Wheel Angel. It's a local Singaporean made, and this wheel is 50mm profile. It comes with a White Industry CLD hub, a ceramic bearing hub. So this bearing is actually very smooth and very good in terms of the rolling, and even like even like Mandai, you go down the slope, right? The rolling average like maybe 50 km per hour.
How much are these wheels?
This wheel costs about 2.5k.
Oh, why Wheel Angel? Was it because someone was using it and they recommended, or?
Actually, no one recommend me, but I read a lot of like this Wheel Angel, like they sharing about this wheel and how good is that. I also even like researched the white, because initially I want to buy the Chris King, but too bad the Chris King out of stock now, right? I mean globally. So I want Chris King because of the Freehub sound. It's very fantastic.
Yeah.
And
to be honest, right, I think the white Industries is even louder than Chris King.
And okay, I choose this hub because I think the Freehub sound is also fantastic. Secondly, is the ceramic bearing is very fantastic as well. Because I think this also sometimes save me because my friend very fast. They pedal all like very fast. So sometimes I use the rolling to catch them.
Actually, to be honest, I'm running Chris King and I have ceramic bearings, right? But I don't think the ceramic bearings make a difference compared to steel bearings. I think one of my interviews, there was this guy, he said that usually people get ceramic bearings because of the heat that it generates or something like that. It was very technical, but I mean for the normal common person, I would recommend people just to go for steel bearings. There's no need to pay so much for ceramic. But
Yeah,
I mean, if you got the money, then you go for it.
No lah.
I mean, because I also bought ceramic bearings, I thought you were, in marketing lah, but I really think it doesn't.
But technically, I think I heard from one of my friends said that actually ceramic bearing will damage the track of the track of the bearings. So eventually, like what you said, like generally heat and so on. So the wear and tear is much more like, yeah.
Yeah, but I think from cycling you don't generate much heat usually if you are in very like, I don't know, they use it in some other kind of utilization, but not for cycling because I think there's not much heat being generated from your hubs.
But I think now, now it's ceramic everything lah. Ceramic speed.
Yeah. But don't you think?
Pulley.
Yeah, but don't you think it's marketing that they just want to market this ceramic and then people just go for it?
Honestly, I think. Okay lah, what you say is also correct lah. But I would think that, okay, my personal view and experience, I think it makes some difference on between the steel and ceramic.
Then why don't you buy OSPW?
Huh? OSPW? I think it's just for like zeng only, sui only.
It save you 5 watts, man. A lot of people on my channel say, hey, OSPW 5 watts.
I mean, to be honest, I would think that the ceramic speed, the bottom bracket is important.
Yeah. Do you have ceramic speed?
I know.
Okay.
Haven't.
Okay. Yeah, but I think bottom brackets, you get a smooth and really good quality one, you will feel the difference because it's spinning, right?
I would think so. But the pulley, I won't recommend. I think.
Yeah.
That one is also like not cheap.
Anything else before we move on to? Oh, okay. Let's talk about accessories. You have this. You're using a Wahoo Roam. Why a Wahoo Roam? Why don't you just get a bolt? It's a Roam, right? This one?
Roam, element Roam is because I think it's color screen.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
And is it because it's bigger?
But I think make no difference. Pay a little bit more and a big screen.
Yeah.
That's all lah. So that's why I choose element Roam. And this one is the Garmin Varia. It's the radar plus the backlight. I think it's very useful because eventually when you come to a lot of traffic or whatever, that will signal on your bike computer. So it's pretty helpful.
Yeah, actually it's damn good, especially in Singapore. We have very narrow roads, right? It's good to have some indication that there's a car behind.
It's very good. Even like sometimes I rode in a group ride, so they heard the beeping, they know the car is coming. So actually it's good. It helps other people to
sorry, miss one point. Is this a clincher or tubeless?
Clincher.
What is the pressure that you run?
I think it's 100.
Okay.
Because I think I'm big guy so normally I would just pump max.
Quite high.
Yeah.
Okay. Last question before we move on to Instagram Q&A. What do you not like about your bicycle? If there is any.
I not like. Actually, I would like to have a Di2 mechanic instead of mechanical because I think Di2 is really like the shifting is more smoother. And
I think it's more instant.
And sometimes mechanical sometimes, especially like when you're climbing, right? Sometimes you like pedal, then you still got to. It's a bit like tiring thing instead of like you click then it shift for you something nice.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I think I don't like about lah.
You have any issues with the frame because the Aeroad has issues with slipping seat posts?
So far no. So far no issue on the seat post.
Nothing at all, right?
So far okay. The bike is perfectly okay.
Yeah.
It's just like my personal dislike is just the group set lah, I would think.
You just want to go to Di2 electronic.
Yeah. Or maybe like SRAM. I mean my dream is like SRAM rate. Yeah, that one. But of course,
why SRAM rate not Dura Ace?
SRAM rate because okay, before Dura Ace or Ultegra launched the 12-speed wireless shifter, right? I mean, previously the only one is the SRAM. So SRAM, the shifter and the pattern is a bit different lah. So let's say like you want to plus minus and
the way you shift is different.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. And also one thing I like about SRAM is actually the battery interchangeable. Sometimes no battery you can change from the front and yeah you
but
can.
But here's the problem, I think, because the battery is so small, right? I think it runs out faster than Shimano. Shimano usually lasts like 3 months. I'm not sure about SRAM. I think you need to charge it quite often because it's so small.
I think should be okay leh. But the durability is quite okay, I think. But one thing not good lah, the battery easy to drop.
Oh, SRAM.
Yeah, because sometimes the lock you never press correctly like. It will I mean my friend experienced it.
Shit, so they lost the battery.
Yeah.
Oh
have
my
to
God.
bought it like I mean like maybe $60 or something.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So we will move on to the Instagram Q&A. If you guys want to ask your questions, you can follow me on Instagram and get a chance to ask your IG questions. Alex, the first one, don't worry, it's not so difficult. How are the Wheel Angel wheel set compared to other wheels that you've tried? I think you've only tried the Alu wheels, right?
Alu wheels and also like Reynolds. I tried before Reynolds. I think the only thing I think. Okay, that Renault I tried is steel bearings. But for this pair is actually the ceramic, as I mentioned, ceramic bearings. I think it's still very good. I still feel very good about it.
Yeah.
Not to say other brand not good, but so far this was the best wheel set that I ever tried.
Do you think it's the hubs or it's the rim that makes the difference?
The rim itself, I think the carbon. I won't make any comment on the wheel and the carbon lah. But I think the important is the hub to me lah.
Do you think wheel sets are the biggest upgrades that someone can make? For you, for example, you were running on Aeroad to carbon rims, right? Do you find a lot of improvements in terms of performance?
Yes. It's actually like I told my friend lah. It's actually like a Toyota Vios to upgraded. After you upgraded the wheel, it's become like Lexus. The feel is pretty different. Actually, before I upgraded my wheels, actually I just rode nothing different. But after I upgraded, I said, wow. You get what I mean? It's totally different.
Actually, to those newbies who are watching, right, I would recommend the first upgrade that you want to make if you want to get faster speed is the wheels. Go for carbon rims. You'll feel a significant difference compared to upgrading the frame, because usually upgrading frame will cost a lot.
Yes.
And you need to look for a frame that you really like. So I think you go for the wheel set first, then you go for the frame, then you get a complete bike. That's what I did personally when I was riding my Specialized. I changed the wheel set. That increased my speed, and then after that I went for an Aero frame, so there's a combo. Okay, sorry. This is your interview, not my interview.
No, it's okay.
Most of the questions are Wheel Angels.
All Wheel Angels are.
Most of it are Wheel Angels.
Because that's the only thing that I think is worth to talk about. Honestly.
Canyon Ultimate versus Canyon Aeroad, which one is better?
I would say Canyon Ultimate is more on the climbing, but Aeroad is more on the speed, on the flat. So that one, because the frame is different and stiffness different, so once you pedal, right, the speed is immediate. Like for Aeroad, it's immediately like you can chiong all the way. But for Ultimate, maybe not so much about the speed, but for the climbing, yeah, I think it's okay.
There's one very interesting question when I posted your IG. Like I see people on my IG followers, they can pick up the smallest details, even I didn't realize. The question is in your water bottles, the cage. Why is it one is left-sided and the other one is right? So if you look at the down tilt, the entrance is actually from the right and the down tilt is from the left. Is there a reason why?
Good question.
Yeah, why is it like that?
Actually, good question. Okay, so the logical of it is actually when I cycle out for cycling, right? Actually, when I want to grab my bottle, I use my right hand. I just grab it like this, right? So if let's say the behind at the seat post there, I mean, the angle is different because my thinking is like you use your left hand to grab the bottle. So that's why one is on the left, one is on the right.
Wow, it sounds so complicated, man.
Yeah, but I got think through because this is my logic.
But what brand is this bottle cage?
This one came from Kenya.
Oh, it's from Kenya?
Yeah.
So you don't get to choose which side?
You can choose.
So oh my god.
You can choose. That's why you can choose right or left. I choose right and left.
They make it so complicated, man. Do you think there is any big difference from using an Aero cockpit compared to a normal rounded drop bar? This is an Aero cockpit, right?
Yeah, Aero cockpit, yes.
Actually, can you extend the width of the bars?
No, this can't. Aeroad can.
I know there was one, yeah.
Aeroad can.
Okay.
Because it's different model, because the model number actually at the side of the cockpit. So some can, some cannot. Like mine cannot. Because, Aero cockpit, I think for the speed wise, I think it's slightly better, to be honest. Because it's of aerodynamic and cut through all the winds and sort of things.
So you would say Aero cockpit makes a difference?
Yeah, but I mean you got to prepare, like if you really want to have an Aero cockpit, you got to prepare riding like an Aero.
Yeah, no point if you're going to have
but
Aero
I mean some they don't prefer this kind of like Aero riding style, right? So better go for the normal. But to me, I think doesn't make any big difference to me. I think important still your engine, which is your leg.
Right. Okay, this is the last question, which is also another very interesting question.
Yeah, sure.
Are there any local shops selling brand new Kenyans, or you can only buy them from websites?
I don't think there's any local store in Singapore selling Kenyan. I think previously they did have an outlet at Bukit Timah, somewhere in Bukit Timah there, but unfortunately they have been closing down. Okay. So now only available online. Yeah.
Okay. So the question is actually, do bike shops charge you unfairly for maintenance or service for a Kenyan bike because you didn't buy it from them? Actually, I think they don't.
I don't think so. Yeah. Because normally I think the bike shop is pretty fair and standard . Yeah. They charge like normal servicing. They take out the whole thing and servicing. I think it's pretty okay the price. Okay. They won't like buyers and. Yeah, I think still okay.
That is the end of the interview, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch more, do subscribe and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and all these replays are available on Spotify. Alex, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.